my initial thoughts of this coverage. She's dark. She is dark. What's up, y'all? Welcome in and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are completely new, hello, I'm SincerelyNiko. In today's video, we're going to be doing this makeup tutorial, and we're going to be using some Bio.site products. And we're going to talk about what's going on with the brand and our thoughts about the brand. So if you guys are interested in this video and you like the last video I did, which was Win Beauty, and you want to see more of this, then definitely keep on watching. But before we do so, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, be a part of the Excellent Squad where we get lit on this side of YouTube. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. So I went and typed in ChatGPT give me a summary of what's going on with Bio.site and some talking points, and it did give me some products with citations. So Bio.site was founded in 2021. The brand is not even 5 years old. It's still a fresh, brand new brand, and the products was targeted towards melanin-rich skin. So I placed this brand in the category with like Minted Cosmetics, brands that have black people in the forefront and not as an afterthought. So like the Nessa Myricks, Minted Cosmetics, Colored Rain, Juvia's Place. I placed it in that category. Now, majority of all the brands that I just recently talked about are either black-owned brand, is because, of course, with us, we are a forethought and not an afterthought. Even Win Beauty, forethought, not an afterthought, because a lot of the stuff is very pigmented. So the brand had a lot of success, and it got stocked and placed into Sephora in 2022. And it expanded to over roughly about 600 stores with a shelf in their next big thing category, where they had like a shelf or maybe 2 shelves of their products and just a little display. So there wasn't like a little small, like one product display in Sephora in the checkout area. They had an actual shelf in Sephora where they just had their products displayed there. Some of their financial backing came from L'Oreal and other investors that she was able to capitalize off of. The reason why they're shutting down is because in 2005, the founder had to cease operations in September of 2025 for several reasons. One was the financial pressure and the scaling costs. 2 was the investor dynamics and capital constraints. 3 was the demanding forecast and inventory challenge. And then 4 was the marketing and economic headwinds. Now, let's break down those 4 points of why she had to close the brand. So the financial pressure and scaling costs. It is very difficult to hold and occupy and stay relevant in a major retailer like Sephora, Target, Walmart, Whole Foods. It's of that nature. It's very difficult to stay financially afloat and also relevant, of course, in those targets. Now, when you're narrowing down from a broad spectrum like Target and Walmart, or any of those big box stores that sells everything, to now becoming a little more niche and then getting into like beauty products, where it's like you're going to Sephora, Ulta, Nigel's, Blue Mercury. It's even more difficult because the whole entire atmosphere of that particular company is just cosmetics in general. And you have to carve a lane and define yourself within the beauty community in general, but then also be a cut from a different cloth type of person. And I'm not saying that Bio.site was not that, but at the same time, her glosses and her lip oils were her main prized possessions, but you can't live or sustain a brand off of lip products. You have to like definitely be innovative when it comes down to complexions, definitely be innovative when it comes down to blushes, color aspect, eyeshadows. It takes a lot to carve a lane, stay relevant, be a cut above the cloth, and be profitable. And I feel that was some of her issues, was that the pressure to stay relevant was that, and then the scaling cost to keep her inventory in the stores was also an issue. It was said that it was difficult to keep up with the cost of expanding in a retail presence, especially shelf spaces like Sephora, and then keeping marketing and then maintaining the inventory was an issue. And that came from Beauty Independent website. The second one was investor dynamics and capital constraint. When scaling your brand, you will have to go out and reach investors. And of course, she did land a venture capital backing from L'Oreal and then also other investors. But the brand had to invest in their growth, and their growth was growing a little bit too fast than what they wanted to. And they didn't have deep pockets to be able to meet the demand from consumers or the demand from the retailers to keep their products in stock. So some of the items was constantly out of stock and wasn't able to be restocked. And when people wanted to purchase the products, they wasn't able to get the products to be accessible for them to actually buy them and use them and recommend them as influencers or up-and-coming influencers or stuff that kind of caliber. It was a little bit more of an issue for them. So some investors seem to support the change and some waver in seriousness over time. So when scaling your brand and you're seeing a forecast of how your brand is going to scale, and then all of a sudden your brand blows up, because when they lip oils blew up, it blew up. You reach out to your investors and you said that I need more money. Some investors are like, okay, well, we can give you some extra to capitalize off of. We're going to want a revenue or return in that. Some investors are like, okay, well, I hit my wall and I just need to be paid back. That's all I want. I just want to be paid back. That's where some of the issues kind of stem from, is that you can't say that I'm going to order 1,000 units and only have half of the money to pay for 1,000 units. Some companies don't even want you to even create or restock unless you hit a certain amount of items, or restock a certain amount of items, and those items cost money. So that's probably where she had issues, was that scaling costs and then financial restraints was not meeting the same amount for demands. Speaking of demands, the demand forecasting and inventory challenges was another topic of discussion. And then there were issues with inconsistent demand. Influencers mentioned there was inconsistencies with demand. So an influencer would mention a product, for instance, the lip oils and the lip glosses. Those items would sell out, followed by a long period of out of stock. Then when she was able to get them in stock, she would have overstock and couldn't sell through where the demand was wanted. So now that wavering moment where it was a hot item now died down, you had overstock. So she had to figure out some kind of way to be able to profit off of that. And it made it hard for her to predict what product to do and when it was going to actually take off. The last one to talk about was marketing and economic headwinds. Rising costs of materials, shippings, and tariffs place restraints on a lot of people businesses. And being that she was a small brand, that was an issue. Majority of her items were made from Italy. And Italy is known as one of the top companies when it comes down to cosmetics. You get your stuff made in Italy, you have a top tier product, to be honest. Pat McGrath is made in Italy. Who else is made in? Farah Mahandi is made in Italy. Who else is made in Italy? Lancome. Some of Lancome's products are made in Italy. Some of MAC's products are made in Italy. It is a product that it is a blessing to have your products made in Italy, because of the revolutionary that Italy does when it comes down to baking their powders, or creating packaging, or the formulas that are created in Italy. They're way cut above the cloth when it comes down to US made cosmetics. Italy is the best place to get your makeup brands made from. So tariffs, shipping, materials, those all became an issue when it came down to the rising cost of the products. And in the shift of the retailers and investors that are prioritizing equity or inventory, that had made an issue a lot more harder as well too. It was best for her to just close the brand down. Is the brand gone for good? I don't think so. I don't think the brand is gone for good. The reason why I say so is that the brand website has officially shut down. Yes, granted, but the products are still on Sephora website at full price. So I think what is going on is that instead of her having her hands in different avenues and marketing revenues, she's simply focusing herself onto one avenue, and that is with Sephora and the distribution with Sephora. The brand is still available to purchase, and it was still available to purchase at the end of September. September 30th was the last day. You can go on her website and get any of her products, and it was heavily discounted, and I was able to sweep up majority of the products that I'm going to be able to use in this particular video for you guys today. But overall, in a nutshell, the products are still full price on Sephora. Their lip oils are still fully in stock on Sephora. I think the brow pencils and some other products are still available on Sephora's website, but we don't know how the brand is going to roll out. We don't know what Sephora is going to do with the brand. We don't know if Sephora is going to put the items on sale, all of that good jazz, discontinue them, or whatever the case may be. They might want to flesh out their inventory before they start marking them down. We don't know, but they're still full price. I literally checked today, and the lip oils are still $24, and whether the lip glosses are still $24, the lip oils are still $20. The brow products are still on the website. It's still what else on there? Yeah, the concealers are still $24. The lip oils are still $20. The foundation sticks are still $29. The highlighter that I use on here is still $22. The powder is still $22. The tint is still $32. The mascara is still on there. The brow pencil is gone. And then the lip liners are still on the website for $18. The mascara is on the website for $19, if I didn't mention that. But the stuff is still full price on their on Sephora's website. But on Amekole, which website is no longer available to shop at, it is gone. The website is gone. It's closed down. Home screen is just only this. This is it. You can't even shop none of the products. So website's still up, but you can't purchase any products. Did she try to find another buyer or outreach to other venture capitals to continue the brand open? Yes, she did reach out to other venture capital brands to continue the brand, but ultimately it was running into a dead wall. And she also went the whole route of also trying to sell the brand to another person, but it did not lead to a sustainable outcome. So it was just best for the brand to go ahead and close down. I personally think that the brand is just going to focus on getting the products and the demand that Sephora wants for the brand solely with Sephora and sell through Sephora until we see Sephora change their perception with the brand. We can only just get what we can from Amekole from Sephora. So I wholeheartedly hope that you're able to purchase at least something from the brand to show Sephora that we are still interested in these particular products, and this particular brand is definitely needed in the community. If it's above your price points and above your means, I can completely understand. Do what's best for you and what's best for your budget, especially with this type of climate. So I think that pretty much concludes my thought process when it comes down to this brand. We're going to go ahead and move into this makeup tutorial, and we're going to see how I created it using Amekole. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the party started. I'm going to start off by spraying my face with a little bit of Fix Plus. Face is cleansed, and I haven't moisturized it, so this is going to act as a moisture barrier just to get the skin a little bit hydrated. I'm going to go in with the LYS. This is their Think Bright Glow and Hydrate Serum, just to give the skin some slip. And we're not going to prime today because I don't plan on keeping this on all day. I have a couple of videos that I need to film, so I'm not going to prime, but I do want to try the products out to see how it works on my skin. So in my possession, I own 3 of their concealers, their translucent setting powders, 3 of their foundation sticks, their light catching highlighter, and their brow pencil. I was unable to get my hands on some of their lip products Also wasn't able to get my hands on their mascara and some other things. I also did get a little cute little cosmetic baggie that says Amicole. So I did get my hands on that. But nevertheless, we're just going to see what's the products, how they're hitting. So I'm going to start off with the brow pencil. This is their On Point Precision Brow Pencil. I got it in dark brown. It's definitely one of those mini micro style pencils. Those 0.5 millimeter. Upon application, it does have a nice glide. The color is beautiful and the precision is real nice. And I'm not mad at it. Feather the front. So I know I'm not like the best person to like judge a brow because I have fuller brows and I don't really need that much support when it comes down to brows. But this is a nice brow pencil. Yeah, the color choice, real nice. Alright, so now that the brows are on, we're going to try out some of their concealers. So I have 3 shades of their skin enhancing concealers. Deep 2.5, Rich 1.5, and Rich 2. Hopefully one of these will fit me. Here's what we're working with. Don't know wholeheartedly which of the two would be a good correcting shade. I'm probably going to start with Rich 1.5, and I'm just going to correct real quickly. This is deep. Ooh, that is deep. This is more on the lines of like a contour shade than anything. Oh yeah, that's dark. I'm gonna have to revisit her for a contour. Alright, so I'm gonna take Deep 2.5. Mind you, I blind bought all of this because brand was closing and I wanted to be able to purchase something and at least give my support before brand closed. This is a good shade. Deep 2.5 is a good shade for a good highlight. Yeah. So this is Deep 2.5. This is Rich 1.5, and then this is Rich 2. Rich 2 looks better as a correcting shade for me than Rich 1.5. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my under eye off after I do my brows, and then use this as a correcting shade, and then see what it gives. But I'm gonna use 1.5 in the front of my brow to carve that out. Let's blend that out. It's still deep, but it's better than the first shade that I tried. Because, baby, that was dark. Yeah, let me go wipe this off. I'm gonna grab a makeup wipe, wipe all of this off because it didn't settle. And I need to get it off of me. Pushing on, we're going to try out the Amicole. This is the Skin Enhancing Stick, which is their foundation sticks. I got it in 3 shades. Here's what the packaging looks like. Very simple, very chic, not too much. Black packaging, you know, I'm a sucker for black packaging. I have it in the shade 110, 120, and 130. We're going to do some swatches. This is 110, 120, and 130. I'm leaning more towards the 130 shade, which is this one back here. I'm leaning more towards the 130 shade. So I'm going to buff her out using my Morphe. This is the E63 from Morphe. And I'm going to see how she blends. Coverage is pretty good and decent. Alright, so here's half of my face with the Amicole, and then here's the other half with nothing on it. Color match, again, bought it a little bit on a blind buy, but is it workable? Is it doable? Yes, I could be able to work and do something with this. Not mad at it. Coverage is pretty good. Definitely can't see any hyperpigmentation around my jawline in the areas that I normally typically get issues with from shaving. but skin looks like skin. The feel and texture of this is not heavy, but at the same time, I do know that I have something on the skin. So if you want something very like lightweight, this might not be her. If you can get your hands on it, I think they still have some available at Sephora. Alright, so let's go ahead and blend this out, even out the skin tone. My initial thoughts of this coverage, she's dark. She is dark. Like, too dark for my own good. Way too dark for my own good. But I'm hoping that the deep 2.5 can balance it back out to somewhat where I want this finish to be before we get into setting the face. So I'm kind of going to OD on this concealer to brighten and bring some kind of contrast to the face. Again, I'm using the Niko. This is their Skin Enhancing Concealer in shade Deep 2.5. And I'm just going to blend this right on out. I think I need another round. Let me go for another round. I'm gonna go for another round because it needs it. And I'm gonna do a little bit of like reverse contouring. This is a little crazy. Again, I bought this like a blind buy. I didn't even know what shade I was. I just bought it because I wanted to support the brand before the brand closed, to show some love and of course get some staples. And I never tried their complexion products. I've had their gloss before, but again, I've had it, used it, and I moved on to some other stuff. It wasn't a repurchase item that I needed to repurchase, if you get what I'm saying. I wish I had bought backups, but I didn't. I didn't get a chance to. Okay. Looking like something now. Looking like we're cooking with grease, because it's coming together somehow. What a journey. What a journey. Alright, we're going to try out their light catching highlighter in the shade Glaze. This is what the packaging looks like. And this is what it's giving inside the packaging. So this is supposed to give like a wet glow to the skin. Yeah, I'm starting to see it now. I should have done this after powdering, at least. That looks good. This is it. This is the hero product for me. It's this jelly stick, this light catching stick. Cause baby, I like to look like a glazed donut. I don't know about y'all. I don't want to be glazed like a donut, but I like to look like a glazed donut.
This shit getting out of hand.
If you catch my drift. Yeah, I'm gonna blend this out a little bit because I look like I just got done running in the rain. That looks good. That looks good. We're gonna take the Niko. This is the Skin Melt Loose Powder, and I got it in the shade Translucent. Here's what the packaging looks like, and I got it in Translucent. I'm a little nervous about Translucent on my skin tone because I am in that deep, dark category, and this could give flashback. But this was the only thing available. I like the way the shifter is in the packaging. So there's not going to be a lot of like fallout issues. But then again, I'm a little nervous on how this is going to sit on the skin. I'm going to start with the forehead first. And I'm just going to press set. I'm not going to bake. Okay, it's grabbing the color. That's what I was a little nervous about. Was it going to grab the color or is it going to turn me gray? And it did not turn me gray. It just grabbed the color and set. Remove the shine. Alright. I'm going to let this sit on the nose a little bit and bake. But I'm not going to bake my under eye. I'm just going to set it. And if you're wondering what brush I'm using the Sephora Pro number 79. This is the old brushes from Sephora. I don't know if the new ones have the same number, but it's just the Pro Contour brush. But I just love it for like setting the under eye and getting powder on. Let's dust this off. See if there's any white cast residue left behind. No. Okay. There's no cast. I look like a chocolate Hershey Kiss because of the shade, but you know, you win some and you lose some when you're blind by products. So I'm going to take shade 130 and I'm going to contour the face. I'm going to use this Japanese brush. This is their 718. Oh yeah. 130 as a contour, period. Don't really need it because the base was already deep enough. But this gave a little bit of enhancement to the shape of my face. Not so much altering it to a whole different dimension. So I'm going to take this little fan style brush and I'm going to grab some of this on there. And I'm going to let it hug that inner corner. And contour the nose. I ain't going to pinch it, but I'm going to contour it. Then I'm going to take a little bit right here on the outer portion of the eye. Just to give a little bit of a bronze and lift to the eye. A little sculpting. I'm going to grab some more of that rich 2.5. Hit this outer corner of the eye. And then a little bit more under the brow. Just to reinforce. I'm not altering too much. Just reinforcing all of that work we just did. Gotta bring some light somewhere. There we go. Using my beauty blender, I guess, absorb and blend real quickly. And then just tapping out the edges with my contour brush. Now we're cooking with grease. I need something a little more finely milled. I'm gonna go back into her. It's a little questionable, but I'm gonna go back into her. I'm gonna slightly bake this outer and right here. See if she brightens up this area the way I hope she does. All right, let's I guess finish off the face real quickly. I'm gonna take my MAC. This is the new Studio Fix Pro Plus powder, and I'm gonna take it in shade NW50, and I'm gonna bring some color back to this face. And I'm taking this on the Sephora number 40 brush. It's like a large powder brush. I just need to kind of just stamp this in to the skin. Yeah, I brought this back. I fixed her. Cause Lord have mercy. I was a little worried. I'm pretty sure y'all was worried too. I'm gonna take NW45 on the high planes for like a little natural highlight. And then I'm going to take this Charlotte Tilbury dupe. This is from MC Beauty. This is their Miracle Press powder, and it's in the shade 3, medium warm. And I'm going to take this under the eye. Okay, I'm starting to look like somebody now. I'm going to go back into this jelly highlight. Even though I put it on earlier, I want to see how it works on top of powder products. Is it going to lift? Is it just going to... Yeah. Back to being a glazed donut. Yeah. I'm not even going to put on a blush. I'm going to leave it just like this. I think I'm going to take this one on with me on my trip. Because I need to be glowing. I'm not doing much for the eyes. I'm not doing no eyeshadow looks. Yeah, this is not that type of review. I'm going to keep it simple. Taking some bronzer. This is the Morphe Glamazon bronzer. Their best bronzer they ever had. That it discontinued. And baby, I hit pan. But I'm holding on to her as long as I can. I think I'm going to do a brown mascara. So I'm going to take the MAC. This is their Elevated Mascara in Midnight Stack. Yeah. I just want a little bit of color on the eyes. Not too much. Just a tint. I will say this. After all that finessing, I'm not 100% in love with the way that my makeup has turned out. My under eye and complexion is a little peachy than what I normally like to be. But to finesse it to get to this part, I'm not mad at it. Something on the eyes, something on the lash. Let's pop on the lip real quickly. I'm going to use my little nubby nub of Trendsetter before I open a new one. Just a little nub. I need a new pencil sharpener because this pencil sharpener be eating up my pencil. For gloss, or for lips, I'm going to pop on, this is from Win Beauty, and this is in the shade Mauve. Muse. It's just like a peachy tone gloss. I just want something subtle. Then I'm going to take Victory. Alright, y'all, so this pretty much concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If I had to give some recommendations on these products that you could possibly get your hands on in Sephora, I did leave a link down below to my Sephora storefront where you guys can purchase any of these Ame Cole products. So if you are interested in getting something from Ame Cole that I did review, or just in general, definitely please go and buy it. I know their website is officially closed when this video is going up, so you're not going to be able to capitalize on the sale prices that I did get these products for. But nevertheless, if you want to be able to support another black-owned brand before it disappears, please do so. Or keep your eyes on Sephora.com to see if any of these products go on sale in the near future, or maybe catch it on sale if it's like VIB sale. Nevertheless, let's break down some of the products, how I felt about it, and we're going to get into the gist of everything. The star of the show, the hero of the show that you do need to get, that I wholeheartedly think that is the best product that I've tried so far from Ame Cole, is the Light Catching Highlighter. This little bad boy here, hold on, she's white, let me clean her off. This little bad boy here is so pretty. I think that for it to be so minimum, but to do a high impact, just look at that. Just look at me putting that on my eye. It's worth every little coin. It's worth every little coin. This product was made in Italy. That should tell you Italy is one of the forefronts, or it's one of the leading countries in when it comes down to cosmetics. If you get your products made in Italy, you have some money, and that probably explains why the brand was suffering with a lot of issues when it came down to the financial aspect. But This being made in Italy explains a lot. This is just beautiful across the cheekbones. It's pretty and it's beautiful on the eyes. I'm pretty sure this will be pretty on the lips as well too. As I'm looking at like the ingredients, I don't see any ingredients that will be detrimental to the lips. But it's just like a translucent highlighter that is just designed to just give you like a stardust beaming light. So out of all the products that I tried, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the products from Amekole, this definitely has to be my prized possession from them that I will keep in my collection. The next follow-up, of course, is the brow pencil, the On Point Precision Brow Pencil. This is also a pretty good brow pencil as well too. Brow pencils are brow pencils, so I don't really want to say this is like my number one, but this is a really good brow pencil. The concealers were cute. Again, the concealers was also made in Italy as well too. It is a medium to full coverage concealer. I feel like I got the wrong shades. I won't be able to use them to the best fully potential because Dark Rich 2 and Rich 1.5 are not really my tone. But if I'm wearing like a skin tint or if I'm wearing something really light and I want to kind of cream contour, then these will be great to put back into play. Deep 2.5 was also pretty under the eye. I did have to do some extra layers to finesse the foundation to get it to where it is now. It looks a little bit more better and closer to my skin, but I had to finesse to get here. And I'm not blaming this particular product. I'm more or less going to be blaming more or less the foundation because I didn't get the right shade. I'm not blaming the brand for the tone. I'm blaming myself for not getting the right shade. But this is a really good product as well too. Ultimately, all the products are really good. I just had to do finessing. All the products was really good. The Skin Enhancing Foundation, buttery. I used it in multiple different ways. I used it as a foundation. I used it as a cream contour. Again, if I would have probably got 100 or maybe like 90 or like a lighter shade, I might have had a better experience than what I had now. But overall, with the finish of the foundation and the consistency, the coverage of the foundation, it is there. It is there. I know for a fact that this is still available on Sephora's website, and I think the light-catching highlighters are available on Sephora's website, but I don't know about the setting powder, the brow pencil. The brow pencil is definitely still available from what I've seen, but the concealer and setting powder I don't think is available. The glosses are available. Grab the glosses. Grab the glosses. Please. Grab the glosses. The pouch is not available on there. I did get the pouch from the website. But what I am going to do with the pouch is that I bought it to put as a time capsule for my Amekole products. And if you guys know me, you know I've been in the industry, been doing beauty reviews and tutorials for years. So over the period of time, I've been kind of collecting and keeping certain brands and certain makeups from certain brands that are discontinued, like Coastal Scents. I still have some of that stuff. Some of the OG old Vice palettes from Urban Decay. I still have some of those. I have my e.l.f. collaboration with Jackie Aina. I have the Anastasia collaboration with Jackie Aina. I created a vault. So these are going to go in the vault right along with my Win Beauty products. These are also going to go in the vault. And my coloring products, those are also going in my vault under my Black Owned Brands. And I bought the little pouch to do this. And that was the main purpose of me buying the pouch. So the concealers I'm going to use, the foundation sticks, I don't think I'm going to get through them in time enough because I own a lot of foundations. But I wanted to have the products for keepsake, to remember where we came from, and to pray for where we're going. And pray for where the brand is going in the near future. It may come back. It may do a resurgence. You may see the product still floating around, but I just wanted to place the Amekole in my little black owned section that I have going on here on my desk. So that's where she's going to live. It's right here. Right next to Fenty, my Jackie Aina. Although it's not black owned, she's black. The creator was black. And then I'm going to fix up my Win Beauty products to sit there next to her. And also my Color Rain products. I'm going to fix that up to sit next to this. So I can be able to have all my black owned products, new and old, current and past, all in one little section. So that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did so, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. If you made it this far and have not subscribed, please do so. I would love to see you guys in the next video. I have some more stuff coming out real soon, so keep your eyes peeled. I also have a vlog, a travel vlog, an international travel vlog coming soon. So definitely stay tuned to that. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss any type of videos. I'm going to hop off of here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye.